thought I would do a little tutorial for the most asked questions about Slack requests that I get that you can actually figure out for yourself and do on your own. So I am on, obviously you can see how many Slack channels I have since I'm an admin and create most of these. And so I have last semester's and this semester's. Anyways, the most asked question is, can you please add my child, my student? Can you add my spouse, somebody else? If you are already signed in on a workspace and have access to it and you want to add somebody else, you can go down here to add teammates at the bottom of the DM list. You've got several people here, and you can just put in their email. So I'm going to add an email for somebody that needs to be on this one. Okay, and I'm going to send, and that invite has been sent to them to that email, and they will get that. You don't even need to go through us. If you've already gotten your invite, that's fine. Now, if you go to that one and you put in the email of the person you're going, and you see this where it turns red, that means that email has already been sent an invite. They have not responded to it or signed in. At this point, you do need to ask, you do need to contact me and ask me to resend that invitation, because the invitation can only be sent once to each email. So if it's already been sent, it's going to come up like that. That means either they need to look through their emails to find the invite and use it, or I can resend it, but I have to do that on my end. So tell them to check their email first and do a search for Slack to see if they still have that invite there, or if it is in their junk mail, because sometimes certain email servers will send Slack invites to junk mail because it comes not from us but from an app. So that's where that is. Okay, so next thing is, if you have a teacher that says, make sure you look on the video channel, or the choreography channel, or the auditions channel. Your channels are going to be up here. If you don't see something, let me go to a different one where I don't have all of this is an older one, vocal showcase auditions. So if you don't see, I need audition materials, and I don't see it up here in my channels, you can either click here, create new channels, if you really want, that's a whole nother story, but browse channels, or same thing, if you go across to here and click that, it'll give you the same. So you can browse the channels and it'll show you all the channels that have been set up for that workspace. This is the one that I want, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to join it. And now it shows up here. So all the channels on a workspace are there. You just need to locate them and join it yourself. We don't do any channels that are locked away to anybody else. The only thing that you can't access is DMs to somebody else that don't include you, obviously. So also, if you are, what we would like to have, I know that it gets clogged up with a little bit of chatter from the kids. Sometimes we have asked the students to stay on this random channel. Every workspace has a random channel. And so that one is where we say, okay, if you want to have chats with your castmates, please keep it on the random channel. If you do not want messages, if you do not want your phone dinging every time the kids are talking to each other, you can go up here. Once you are on the channel, go up here and it will give you some options. You can go to get notifications. This is your notification settings for here. So you can get notifications for all messages, only if somebody mentions you, which, by the way, if you want somebody to mention, just do @ and then their name. But anyways, off, turn them off. You won't get any notifications for the random channel. You probably don't need that. Teachers are not posting on random. Teachers do not post on the random. I will make sure that they don't put anything on there, because that's kind of reserved for just the students. You can mute channel, which is what I do to almost all of the random. So I will I'll get a little notification. I'll get a little dot on my thing, but let me see. If we do this, let me see. On the notifications here, mute this channel to the bottom and only see if a badge if you're mentioned in a name. This is to get notifications also. The badge is the little note, the little dots that you see on the icon for your workspaces. So we are going to keep that muted. And this one, you don't get any notifications at all. So if you want to cut out the chatter and not get notifications, because that was killing me with all of these that I had. So that's that. On your workspaces, if you see a dot on a Thursday team, that means that you have something that is sent to everyone. You've got that. And you can see that things have been posted there. Let me go back to this one. Now, if you have been with us for a while and you have old Slack channels that are sitting, every semester we start new Slack channels. So we really don't post on there unless it's an emergency and we're really trying to find somebody. If you post something in a Slack channel from previous semesters, likely people are not going to see that. Teachers are not going to respond to it because they've signed out to it. If you have it sitting in your doc, I've got a lot of things I have to sign out to. I have like over 100 Slack channels I've signed out of. So if you want to sign out of it, go up to the workspace here, sign out of vocal showcase auditions. Go down to the bottom here, and it should bring up a browser page and it will say you are out. And then we go back to Slack and it is now gone. So we don't have to see it. It's out of there. It's floating around out there in space, but it's not on your dock anymore, and you won't get in notifications and you won't get confused as to which ones you are doing. Sign out of over and leave a channel. If you want to, we talked about leaving the channel, turning it off, finding a channel, add teammates. There's one thing that I also wanted to show you on, not on Slack, but on the website. So I'm going to minimize this and pull up the website in a browser. So this is our website, obviously. You've got, hold on, let me move this over. If you go to the online store registration, which is where you register for classes and especially where you buy tickets, because I get asked this a lot. I don't remember how many tickets I bought. I don't remember if I paid registration for that or not. Did I sign up for that camp? Whatever. When you are on the registration page, you go down to the bottom here and you can click on my account. It will show you all of the things that you have bought. This one is back from 2018. So you are looking at all of the orders that you have made to us on this website, and it will show you everything from beginning of time that you were signed in here. So your account is there. As long as you haven't changed your email with that, you may have to sign into a different account if you used an email previously, but you should be able to see everything that you've ordered and on your own, and you don't need to ask me to see what you've purchased. It's just up there. So I hope that these couple of little tips will help you. And if anybody else asks, go ahead and share that with them as well. But yeah, so if you haven't gotten a sign-in for an invite for your workspaces for this spring 2023 semester, we will be sending those out. But once it gets past the first day of class and you're not on there, then talk to us. And you can even have members, friends, or other people that are on the Slack. They can add you as well. So as long as you've got a kid registered in there, anybody can add you. Okay, thanks.